Ezekiel Chapter 22. Furthermore, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Now, son of man, will you judge the bloodthirsty city? Yes, you shall show her all her abominations. Then say, Thus says the Lord God, the city sheds blood in her midst, that her time may come, and she makes idols against herself to defile herself. You have become guilty by the blood you have shed, and you have defiled yourself with the idols you have made. You have brought your days to a close, and you have reached the end of your years. Therefore, I have made you a reproach to the nations and a mockery to all the countries. Those who are near and those who are far from you will mock you. You are infamous and greatly troubled. Behold, the princes of Israel, every one of them, have used their power to shed blood in you. In you, they have treated father and mother with contempt. In your midst, they have oppressed the stranger. In you, they have vexed the fatherless and the widow. You have despised my holy things and profaned my Sabbaths. In you, there are men who spread tales to shed blood, and in you, they eat on the mountains. In your midst, they commit lewd acts. In you, they have uncovered their father's nakedness. In you, they have violated her who was set apart for pollution. One has committed an abomination with his neighbor's wife, another has lewdly defiled his daughter-in-law, and another in you has humbled his sister, his father's daughter. In you, they have taken bribes to shed blood, you have taken usury and interest, and you have greedily gained from your neighbors by extortion, and you have forgotten me, says the Lord God. Therefore, behold, I have struck my hand at your dishonest gain which you have made, and at the blood which has been in your midst. Can your heart endure, or can your hands be strong in the days when I shall deal with you? I, the Lord, have spoken it, and will do it. And I will scatter you among the nations and disperse you in the countries, and will purge your filthiness out of you. You shall take your inheritance in yourself in the sight of the nations, and you shall know that I am the Lord. The word of the Lord came to me again, saying, Son of man, the house of Israel has become dross to me, all of them are brass, tin, iron, and lead in the midst of the furnace, they are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, because you have all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem. As they gather silver, brass, iron, lead, and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so I will gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yes, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and you shall be melted in the midst of it. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall you be melted in the midst of it, and you shall know that I, the Lord, have poured out my fury upon you. And the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, say to her, You are a land that is not cleansed, nor rained upon in the day of indignation. There is a conspiracy of her prophets in her midst, like a roaring lion tearing the prey. They have devoured souls. They have taken the treasure and precious things. They have made her many widows in her midst. Her priests have violated my law and profaned my holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and profane, either have they shown a difference between the unclean and the clean, and they have hidden their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profaned among them. Her princes in her midst are like wolves tearing the prey, to shed blood and to destroy souls, to get dishonest gain. Her prophets have daubed them with whitewash, seeing vanity and divining lies to them, saying, Thus says the Lord God, when the Lord has not spoken. The people of the land have used oppression and practiced robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yes, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. And I sought for a man among them that should make up the hedge and stand in the gap before me for the land, that I should not destroy it, but I found none. Therefore, I have poured out my indignation upon them, I have consumed them with the fire of my wrath. Their own way have I recompensed upon their heads, says the Lord God.